Hi guys, this is Nishan from DAX Freak. So today I am going to discuss a DAX function known as the average x function. Now what is this function, where we use it, how we use it, I am going to discuss it with in detail with you. Right now we also have an average function, right? Uh, I'm going to just convert this into a table for you to understand it in a better way, right? Now what I'm doing here is I have two measures here. One is the average transaction amount and one is the daily average, right? This is average and this is the average x. So I'll just also include this is the average and this is the average x. Now what is the difference between these two? Suppose in Jan 14 I have 30 dates, unique 30 dates. Obviously we have in a month either it's 30 or 31. For example, in a month we have 30 unique dates, right? If I want to compute the daily average, I will divide my total sales by the number of dates we have in a month, right? But but when we are computing the average, so that we have done in average x. So we have simply divided this, the total sales number, by the unique number of unique number of days in Jan 14 month. So if I go and create the measure, I'll just do it again. So average x is a table function, right? It will store the values in a table, and whatever the number of values would be there, that will become the unique observations in the average. So if I click on values, if I select values will just store the unique dates in my month, because I'm filtering my month, and I'm just passing my total sales here. That's just the sum of sales. So total sales here is the numerator, and the denominator would be the unique values of the date table we have. So if we have 30, 31, it'll just divide and give the exact result which is being thrown here, and that is the daily average. Now what is this? This is a simple average. So why the values are different? Because here we are actually giving passing the unique dates. Here we don't have unique dates because, for example, on 4th Jan there are 10 transactions. So the simple average would take in all the observations. So maybe even if there are 30 transactions on a single day, it will actually take all the observations. So on that particular day it will take all the observations, so it'll be more, so the observations would be more, right? Because the dates are getting repeated, the transactions are getting repeated. So if we want to calculate the average transaction amount in that ways, we can actually go for the simple average, where we just want that, okay, in Jan 14 my average transaction was 180, but my daily average was 647. So these two measures will give you different numbers, will give you different meanings, and you'll have to decide that which should be used when. So ultimately, when you want to take out the average per day, per month, per year, in that case it is advisable for you to use average x function, because there you can have a table. The table would store all the values, all the unique values of a month, date, or an year, and you'll just divide it by, I mean, total sales can be divided by that observations. But in case you want the row wise average, any data set, if you want the row wise average, then just go for a simple average, wherein it doesn't really matter, uh, uh, even if the records are repeated. So if you're working on a project which tells you to just to compute a basic average, never mind the number of rows in there, you just give me the average, use an average. But if they want that, no, I want the rows to be unique, the parameter, or uh, the, the the category which you are rolling up, it should be unique, then use an average x function, right? So any doubts, anything, please come up with your comments in my LinkedIn profile as well, or on YouTube, my YouTube videos, I'll definitely give you an answer to that, and let me know which other topics you would want me to, post videos on. I'll definitely do that. So thank you so much for this. Have a good day. Bye bye.